this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at one of the coolest watches I've seen all year. This is the Tag Heuer Carrera Heuer-02T Tourbillon, and I mean it's just one of the coolest watches I've ever seen. So let's drop down to the pad and we can take a closer look at this piece. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Tag Heuer Carrera Heuer-02T Tourbillon. And again, I'll remind you, we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, taking a look at this piece. So, the reason I'm so excited about this watch is because it combines two fascinating features for such a reasonable price when compared to other similar watches. So, what I mean by this is that this watch has a chronograph as well as a flying tourbillon, and it costs around $17,000. Now, if you were to get something like this from Patek or something, I mean, you'd be well over $100,000, or basically any other Swiss brand. I know you can get tourbillons for pretty cheap if you go like a Chinese route or something like that, but I mean, the quality you're getting with the Swiss watch, or this watch being Swiss, is just fantastic. So I'll go over the kind of the case aspects here. So to start off, the case on this watch is overall, excluding the dial obviously with the tourbillon, is pretty similar to the Tag Heuer Carrera skeleton that you've heard me talk about and I really enjoy. It's kind of their modular concept. It's all titanium, so this thing is very light. It looks a lot heavier than it is because it's got all that machinery going on in the dial, but then when you pick it up, I mean, it definitely make a great sports watch. And kind of facilitating that sporty nature of this watch is its 100-meter water resistance. That's pretty good generally for tourbillons, but you're obviously not going to want to dive with this, but no one would dive with the tourbillon anyways. So not a big deal. 100 meters water resistance, again, it's around 330 feet, and that's perfectly sufficient for swimming in the pool. But again, I kind of doubt that you'd be swimming in a pool with a tourbillon. But who knows? Some of you have pretty wacky lifestyles. So, just kidding. So I'll move on to the actual movement itself here. So this watch's movement is actually based, it shares a lot of the components of Tag Heuer's CH80 movement, which was another one that they had used. The movement is pretty impressive in that not only does it have a tourbillon and a chronograph, but it also has a 65-hour power reserve facilitated by this very large barrel that you can actually see in the dial, which is very cool. Some other watches have that in their sort of high-end dress watches. I know Ulysses Nardin has that on one, and there's many other high-end brands that have that, but I think it's a really cool feature. And another very cool feature about this watch is that the top of the tourbillon, so you see these little black parts, I don't think the camera will be able to pick it up. We'll see if you can kind of see it in the light. It's actually made out of carbon, which again facilitates lightness and strength. It looks, if you look really close, it looks like kind of forged composite, if you've ever seen that, which is like the material that they use in the engine bays of like Lamborghinis and things. It looks very similar to that. But again, going over back to the kind of the movement, I mean, that 65-hour power reserve, great job. Sometimes on more complicated watches, we see that the power reserves tends to decrease just because you have so much going on. But this watch, 65 hours over my 48-hour preference. It's great. So now I'll move on to kind of the finishing overall. So this dial is finished absolutely exquisitely. I mean, not including that, I know the tachometer is not on the dial, but I mean the digits are just perfectly sharp. It looks absolutely beautiful in the light. Everything on the dial, you've got beautiful brushing and all these kind of wires going all over the place with that skeletonized movement there. It looks very cool. The tourbillon is incorporated. It's actually kind of subtle. I mean, if you're passing someone on the street, it might actually just look like the normal skeleton, which might be good, but I know I'd like that. You don't want all the attention, but I mean, it is a very cool watch, and the dial, you could stare at it, I mean, for days. So I'll move on to the back, and this is one thing that I find kind of interesting. So they decided to go kind of a Panerai route with regards to how they finished it. So it's kind of got a bead blasted finish on the actual like main plate of the movement, that back plate there, but then obviously you have the black metal on the rotor itself, which has Côte de Genève and it's finished a little bit differently in style to the back of the movement. Some people might like that, some not. I know panerized finishing can be kind of controversial in the watch world. On this particular watch, I don't mind it because it's such a sporty piece, but if they made it a little bit more dressy and then did this, I'd probably criticize them, but I'm not going to. It looks fine to me. And again, the price you're paying is probably a fourth of what this would cost from basically any other brand. I'm really glad that they did that. And that's by no means an issue. The quality is perfect. When you're kind of comparing this to like a Richard Mille or something, it's kind of hard to justify the price difference. I know I'll probably get bashed in the comments for saying that, but again, I don't actually have personal experience with the Richard Mille, so definitely take that with a grain of salt, but just from my initial impressions. So, in conclusion, this is a very, very cool watch. Before I forget, I'll do a wrist shot, and it's very easy to put on. It's got the same kind of clasp as the Carrera skeleton version, so very easy to put on. Very high quality. It's comfortable. It's got rubber on the bottom side, which makes it pretty comfortable. It stays on the wrist pretty well, sorry. And then a leathery material on the top. I really like it. Again, I think it looks great. It's a 45mm case, which is a little bit large for some, but again, it's so sporty that's kind of irrelevant at that point. But again, I think it looks very, very cool. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. I'll be leaving links in the description if you want to learn more about this watch. And again, we're at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you.